Is the Yankees front office about to commit organizational suicide by handing one of their most electrifying prospects to a division rival on a silver platter? Because that's exactly what this latest trade proposal suggests, and folks, the baseball world is absolutely losing its mind over the implications. Fresh off securing Cody Bellinger with that massive 5-year, $162.5 million deal, the New York Yankees find themselves in a predicament that's equal parts luxury problem and strategic nightmare. With Bellinger locked into the outfield alongside Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, the Bronx Bombers suddenly have a roster logjam that would make rush hour traffic look organized. Enter the names that have Yankees fans either salivating with potential or sweating with anxiety: Spencer Jones and Jasson Dominguez. But here's where this story takes a turn that'll make your stomach drop faster than a Tyler Glasnow curveball. Pinstripes Nation analyst Esteban Quinones just dropped a trade scenario that has the baseball community divided right down the middle. His proposal? Ship the 22-year-old phenom Jasson Dominguez, yes, the Martian, the kid who was supposed to be untouchable, to the Tampa Bay Rays. And not just Dominguez alone, but package him with either promising right-hander Will Warren or lefty Luis Gil. The return package? Starting pitcher Drew Rasmussen, fresh off an all-star appearance, and left-handed reliever Gerrit Cole. On paper, it addresses needs. In reality, it's the kind of move that could either cement Brian Cashman as a genius or haunt the organization for the next decade. Remember when the Red Sox traded Babe Ruth? Yeah, Yankees fans are getting those same chills right now. Let's be brutally honest about Dominguez's current situation in pinstripes. The kid has shown flashes of brilliance that justify every ounce of hype surrounding him since he signed as an international free agent. In 149 MLB games, he's launched 16 home runs, driven in 58 runs, and posted a .248/.327/.397/line. Those aren't Hall of Fame numbers, but for a 22-year-old still finding his footing in the majors, they represent a foundation that could explode into stardom with consistent playing time, something the Yankees simply cannot guarantee him anymore. This is the cruel mathematics of championship roster construction. You acquire superstars like Bellinger, you commit to generational talents like Judge and Soto, and suddenly your once precious prospects become expendable assets. It's cold, it's calculated, and it's exactly the kind of ruthless decision-making that separates contenders from pretenders. But trading within the division? To Tampa Bay, of all teams, the organization that's made a living out of fleecing bigger market clubs and developing talent into all-stars? That's playing with fire while standing in a gasoline factory. The timing of this proposal couldn't be more critical. We're approaching the heart of the offseason, and the Yankees championship window isn't just open, it's wide open and screaming for reinforcements. But is sacrificing a potential franchise cornerstone the right move? Or are we watching the beginning of a cautionary tale that'll be told in baseball circles for generations? Let's dissect this trade proposal like we're performing surgery on the Yankees' future, because that's essentially what's at stake here. Drew Rasmussen isn't just some middle rotation arm the Rays are dangling as trade bait. This is a legitimate frontline starter who dominated in 2025. His numbers read like a pitching coach's fever dream. 10-5 record, 2.76 ERA, 1.02 whip, and a stingy 3.4 KBB ratio across 31 starts and 150 innings. Those are ace-caliber metrics, the kind of production that could slot perfectly behind Gerrit Cole and provide the Yankees with the 1-2 punch they desperately need to outlast the Astros, Orioles, and every other American League powerhouse in a 7-game series. But here's the twist that makes this deal even more intriguing. Rasmussen is 30 years old. In baseball years, that's the sweet spot where experience meets performance, but it's also the age where decline can arrive faster than a Chapman fastball. The Yankees would be betting on 2, maybe 3 elite seasons from Rasmussen before Father Time starts making house calls. Meanwhile, Dominguez is 22, with a ceiling that scouts have compared to a young Bernie Williams with more power. We're talking about a potential 30-home run, Gold Glove caliber center fielder who could anchor your outfield for the next 12 to 15 years. The addition of Gerrit Cleavinger sweetens the pot considerably. The 30-year-old southpaw was an absolute weapon out of Tampa's bullpen last season, appearing in 67 games with a sparkling 2.35 ERA and 0.95 WHIP. His 4.6K BB ratio demonstrates elite command, and his 21 holds prove he's not just a mop-up guy, he's a high-leverage reliever who can protect leads in the 7th and 8th innings. For a Yankees bullpen that's shown vulnerability in recent postseasons, Cleavinger represents exactly the kind of reliable left-handed arm that can neutralize opposing lineups' most dangerous hitters. But let's address the elephant wearing pinstripes in the room, the psychological warfare aspect of this trade. The Tampa Bay Rays have built their entire organizational philosophy on acquiring undervalued talent and developing them into stars while their original teams watch in horror. Trading Dominguez to Tampa isn't just a baseball transaction, it's handing the Rays a blueprint for torturing Yankees fans for the next decade. Imagine watching the Martian blast home runs at Tropicana Field 19 times a season while the Yankees trot out aging veterans hoping to squeeze out one more championship run. Historical context matters here, people. The Yankees have a complicated history with trading young talent. They dealt away prospects like Jesus Montero and Gary Sanchez's contemporaries, sometimes hitting home runs, other times striking out spectacularly. The difference? Those trades weren't to division rivals who play you 19 times annually. Every time Dominguez would step into the batter's box against New York, it would be a reminder of what could have been a living, breathing monument to organizational impatience. From Tampa's perspective, this trade is highway robbery disguised as fair value. They'd be acquiring a 22-year-old with superstar upside while giving up two 30-year-old pitchers who, while excellent, have already provided most of their surplus value. The Rays could plug Dominguez into their outfield immediately, give him 600 plate appearances, and watch him blossom into exactly the kind of cost-controlled star that fits their model perfectly. Meanwhile, they'd be subtracting two players approaching free agency and potential salary increases. The Yankees front office would argue, and they'd have legitimate points, that championship windows are finite and unpredictable. Judge is 34. Soto will command a contract that might require selling naming rights to the entire borough of the Bronx, and Cole's best years are in the rearview mirror. This isn't the time for patience and prospect development, it's the time for all-in, win-now aggression. Rasmussen and Cleavinger represent immediate upgrades that could be the difference between a World Series parade and another October disappointment. But here's the counter-argument that keeps Yankees fans up at night. What if Dominguez isn't just good, but generational? What if he becomes the next Juan Soto-level talent? And the Yankees traded him for 2 years of solid pitching. That's the nightmare scenario that haunts general managers and turns fan bases into angry mobs wielding pitchforks and fire cashman signs. So, where does this leave us, standing at the crossroads of Yankees history with a decision that could define the next decade? This trade proposal represents everything that's simultaneously brilliant and terrifying about modern baseball front office strategy. It's aggressive, it addresses clear organizational needs, and it demonstrates a win-now mentality that championship-hungry fan bases demand. But it also carries the potential for catastrophic long-term consequences that could haunt the Bronx for generations. The Yankees' rotation needs help, that's not debatable. Behind Gerrit Cole, there are question marks bigger than the outfield dimensions at Old Yankee Stadium. Rasmussen provides immediate, proven, all-star caliber production that could stabilize the middle of the rotation and give manager Aaron Boone a legitimate three-headed monster in playoff series. Combined with Cleavinger's bullpen reliability, the Yankees would be addressing two critical weaknesses in one transaction. But the cost? Oh, the cost! Jasson Dominguez represents hope, potential, and the promise of homegrown talent contributing to championship runs. He's the kind of player who could sell jerseys, fill seats, and become the next Yankees legend that kids grow up idolizing. Trading him to Tampa Bay, a division rival that's already proven masterful at player development, feels like handing your enemy the weapon they'll use to defeat you for the next decade. The baseball community is split right down the middle on this one, and honestly, That's what makes it such compelling drama. Half the analysts are screaming that the Yankees should pull the trigger immediately, that championship windows demand bold action, and that Rasmussen's proven production outweighs Dominguez's uncertain potential. The other half is warning that this could become the trade that defines organizational failure. The moment the Yankees chose short-term gratification over long-term dynasty building. What makes this situation even more volatile is that there's no reported mutual interest between the teams yet. This is pure speculation, a thought experiment proposed by an analyst that's caught fire because it touches every nerve ending in the Yankees fan base. But speculation has a way of becoming reality in baseball, especially when the logic makes sense for both organizations. If Tampa calls and expresses genuine interest, if they start negotiating in earnest, this could transition from hypothetical nightmare to actual reality faster than a Gerrit Cole fastball. The ultimate question isn't whether this trade makes sense on paper. It does, from multiple analytical perspectives. The real question is whether the Yankees are willing to accept the psychological torture of watching Dominguez potentially blossom into a superstar, wearing Rays colors, crushing their playoff dreams for the next decade. That's not a question spreadsheets can answer. It requires organizational soul-searching and a clear-eyed assessment of risk tolerance. Here's what I need from you right now, because this conversation is just getting started, and your voice matters in this debate. Smash that like button if you think the Yankees should absolutely make this trade and go all in on the 2026 championship. But more importantly, I need you in the comment section right now telling me whether you'd pull the trigger on this deal or if you think it's organizational suicide. Would you trade Jasson Dominguez to Tampa Bay for Drew Rasmussen and Gerrit Cole? Are you team win now at all costs or team protect the future at all costs? Because this isn't just about one trade proposal, it's about the entire philosophy of how you build championship organizations. Drop your takes in the comments, and let's have the debate that Yankees fans are having in every bar, living room, and social media platform across the baseball world right now.